Okay, so our first lesson is going to be about apartheid in South Africa. This is going to be our first unit. So the learning target is we will learn about the causes of apartheid in South Africa, then determine the effect that apartheid had on South Africa by using the because, but, so strategy. The two outcomes for today are determining importance and historical analysis. So to do now, I want you to look at this picture, or these two, I'm sorry, not this picture. So these two maps side by side, right? And you want to take some time to really analyze, try to figure out what's going on, right? Whenever we're looking at maps, we're looking at the date, we're looking at borders, we're looking at different names, right? We're looking at what is similar between these things, what is different, right? And that's what the question is asking. What similarities do you observe between these two maps? And then what difference do you observe between these two maps? What do you think caused these differences? So the strategy that we're going to be using today is because, but, so. So these are words that we use all the time, but because, not but because is used to show the cause of an event. So why is something happening? What is the reason that something is happening? The but shows a change of direction, right? So it's like, okay, I thought that things were going to go this way, but it's taking a shift. And then so shows an effect of the event. So this thing happened, and this is what happened as a result of that. So the example that I use is in March, New York had to shut down because the rate of COVID-19 cases started to rise. The reason why New York had to shut down is because the rate of COVID-19 started to rise. In New York had to shut down, but, right, so change the direction, right? So let's make a shift for this thing. Yeah, it had to shut down, but businesses and schools are starting to open up again. So even though they have to shut down, they're starting to open up again. And in March, New York had to shut down, so students had to participate in remote learning. That is an effect, right? What you don't want to do is make it so that that is going to fit here, right? Because that changes what the sentence is. So if you write, in March, New York had to shut down so that students had to participate in remote learning, I know that this is not cause and effect because so that does not fit in this sentence, right? If I were to write so that the rate of COVID-19 cases wouldn't rise, that still doesn't work because I can write so that, okay? So now what I want you to do is you can pause this video and go and try it yourself, right? So the sentence stem is there were many protests this summer. There were many protests this summer because, but, and so, right? So remember, because it's showing a cause, but it's showing a change of direction, and so it's showing the impact, okay? Then I want you to watch this video. As you watch the video, think about the definition of apartheid. And then for the independent work, I gave you two different sections of text, okay? So not much reading. So I gave you two different sections of text, and I want you to do because, but, so for these two sections, right? So the first one is Europeans wanted control over South Africa because, but, and so, right? So what is the reason why they wanted control over South Africa? Yeah, they wanted control over South Africa, but there's a change of direction there. And then Europeans wanted control over South Africa. What impact did that have? The second one is the National Party created apartheid laws because, but, and so. So why did they create the apartheid laws? They created the apartheid laws, but, right, so what was happening even though they created these laws? And they created the apartheid laws so what is the impact of the apartheid laws going to have? And then your assessment question is, how did the apartheid laws impact non-white South Africans? So when we say non-white South Africans, those are the native Africans. How did this impact them? And for your E-level, you want to create your own because, but, so sentences related to apartheid.